What's going on, y'all? Welcome to the At the Buzzer Sports Show with your host, King Will.
And it's your girl Jess, and we're here on this beautiful Tuesday, and we had a really packed weekend with a lot of sports going on, and we're happy to bring it to you today.
Oh, yeah, we had a great weekend, but today is going to be all about Overreaction Tuesday over week 2 of the NFL season. So where we're going to start off, we're going to see if some of these contenders are real or fake. We got some surprising 2-0 teams, and we have a special player that has his own special category with real or fake. And then we're going to start with relax or panic. Is it time for these teams to relax, or is it time for them to panic? But before we get started, Jess, start off with our scripture.
Yes, absolutely. So today our scripture comes from Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. So it's pretty simple. So being at peace, being a peacemaker is very helpful. It helps your spirit, it helps your mind, helps your soul. So just being a peacemaker will always be great in God's eyes. So no matter how much someone gets on your nerves and pisses you off, which is maybe every day. I know for me, it can be every day. Being a peacemaker and turning the other cheek, for the most part, helps for the later on. So I help for that moment, but it helped later on. So yes, just being a peacemaker does help, and being a child of God with that. So, but first and foremost, second most, because that's first and foremost with the scripture, we will go first, right, with our
real or fake. So real or fake. So we have a couple of teams that are starting off the season 2-0. And statistics show that if a team start off 2-0, I believe they have a 60 to 70% chance to make the playoffs. So starting 2-0 definitely is very important in the NFL season. So we're gonna see some of these teams are some real contenders, or they just really fruit-gazing, they faking right now. So let's start off with Jess's Derek. Is it Derek? Yeah, Derek Carr. I said the brother David Carr. Derek Carr and the New Orleans Saints. So the New Orleans Saints are 2-0 after blowing out the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to Alvin Kamara. Helped me out my fantasy team with them 4 or 5 touchdowns. But and they have been pretty much dominating, as Derek Carr has had a resurgence out here doing the Michael Jackson. He out here talking trash. So, Jess, are New Orleans real or fake?
Surprisingly, I think they're real. I think they're real. I think that we undervalue them and what Alvin could bring and the defense can bring. The defense has looked really good the past. Now, look, we all know Carolina Panthers. I know we were all like, okay, cool. I mean, they're the Carolina Panthers. But Dallas, let's keep it a beam. We all felt like Dallas was legit, at least for the regular season. So it was kind of shocking that they got ran, especially their defense. We were shocked that their defense got ran up like that. So, I mean, that makes them look really real right now. Now, is it still early? Look, it is. So, but from what I've seen from Derek Carr, I told you, he looks like he's on a comeback tour. He's looking like he wants to prove that he is legit and nothing ever left. He just had a couple mishaps with, I know he had an injury while he was in Las Vegas, excuse me. And then when he got here, it was a lot of growing pains with new people being injured and everything. But he has a healthy team, and the defense looked pretty good, at least decent enough to do well. And the coach seems to be, I didn't know, I barely knew about this coach that they have, but he's looking like I don't know if it looks like he knows what he's doing, or maybe they're overachieving. They could be overachieving right now. But as of right now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that they look real.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I think they look real. I was pretty shocked at how good they were playing, but it seems to be the Saints are for real. The thing that shocked the most about the Cowboys game was they were thoroughly pushing them out the way. They were moving them. Alvin Kamara was rushing and receiving. Like, even on that screenplay, if people go back to it, like when Kamara caught the ball, there was no one close to him because the offensive line was dominated, which is kind of scary for Dallas, and we'll probably get to that. We'll definitely get to that once we get to Relax or Panic, where this was the Cowboys' issue before, where the Green Bay Packers ran all over them in the playoffs. That the time that they have stars on defense, but they also got thin stars on defense. So when someone come in there with them hog mollies, them pits, them hogs, and start running down their throat, the Cowboys had no answer. And once again, Dak is a front runner quarterback. But we're not about the Cowboys. We'll get to that later. The Saints looking legit. Clint Kubiak, the offensive coordinator, he's going to be getting some head coaching calls. He's going to get some head coach. He is definitely seen to revitalize Derek Carr, revitalize that offense. And hey, the Saints, they might be a team to watch out for. I definitely agree with them. They are definitely real.
Yeah.
So we both agree with them being real.
Yes.
How real are we talking? You think playoff run so far, or is this too early right now? You think they contend?
I can't do it. It's too early. I can't do it. It's too early. I don't want to.
Okay, so for right now, they are real.
At least regular season real.
Regular season contenders right now. That they seems to be legit. Okay.
And that's even still in question because 2-0. I know you told me that percentage of when they go to when teams go 2-0, but I still think it's pretty early. And you never know. God forbid injuries. I have wood next to me. I'm knocking on wood. I'm just saying like anything can happen. So yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go with real, but I don't know about
playoffs. All right, next is another quarterback that seems to be revitalizing his career is Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings that are 2-0, and they beat the NFC champion representatives San Francisco 49ers. So what you think, Jess? Real or fake with the Minnesota Vikings? Sam Darnold. New York Jets legend Sam Darnold.
Joke. I'm going to go with fake.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fake. Derek Carr was showed like throughout a whole season he could at least look legit, even if he doesn't do well in the playoffs. Whereas Sam Darnold, he never looks good for a whole season. So I'm going to have to say fake. Now, look, this is a whole new team. He has Justin Jefferson to make him look amazing. And then he got new offensive coordinators and everything. And Minnesota defense looked pretty okay against San Francisco, which because of San Francisco always looks good offensively. I have to give them their props. I mean, they did their thing, but I'm still not sure about their defense as a whole going on, maybe in 5 games. But I will say, I'm still saying fake because I just don't know I don't know if this was like a fluke. And I
can agree.
Really
I can agree with you. I can agree with you because
looked great. I mean, but Sam Darnold did shock me for sure because I could have sworn it was going to be a blowout. But
hold on. Like I said, Sam Darnold, we've all failed for this trick before. I think he did it with Carolina where he seemed to like ball out and then it all fell apart. The Jets. So I mean that's what Sam. And the thing
he didn't
with
have
the
no
Vikings,
Justin Jefferson though. He didn't.
True, that's a true point. But the thing is with the Vikings is this: the Vikings beat your terrible New York Giants, who lost the game scoring 3 touchdowns, and the other team didn't score a touchdown, and they still lost. I didn't think that was possible. And then they beat the 49ers, which Brock Purdy looking real boo-boo right now. I don't know. Brock Purdy looking real questionable so far. So you really can't tell. You can't tell if the Vikings are really that good right now because, like I said, they haven't really played a contender team. Now, they got the Texans next, who are the 2-0 Houston Texans. So that might be a real test to see. They're going to face a real defense. I think D'Amico Ryans is going to carve up something for Jefferson and try to hold him. Hey, first of all, shout out to Justin Jefferson. What'd he say? Respectfully, I'm not Garrett Wilson. And then he went out there and shut them up. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league. It's time for us to say that. So, but
hasn't everyone said that?
Well, I mean, but Tyreek Hill was voted the #1 best player.
Well, you gotta okay. Well, we can talk about that later. But that's kind of like understandable. Tyreek did lead the league in receiving yards last year, didn't he?
I mean, no, I agree, but Minnesota, I think for right now, I'm gonna say it's fake. The defense seems decent.
I'm sorry. He had DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey for a little bit before Christian McCaffrey did get sent over to the 49ers. Yeah, but I'm still gonna say there's still no Justin Jefferson, and I'm just being honest. But I get it. Okay. They don't suck for sure.
All right. So we're both going fake with the Minnesota Vikings. Next is a player that I've been telling everybody is not that good. That's why he gets his own special category. That's why we gonna talk. He got a little grace
No, let's
yesterday.
just say you were
He got
wrong and he
he got a
showed
little
out.
grace. He got a little grace yesterday,
Pull it
and it's
up.
our boy Kirko Chains Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins to me was playing like absolute boo boo the entire game until the fourth quarter on that drive, and I think it revitalized his career. He needs to send flowers to Nick Sirianni and then for giving him the opportunity, because I think if the Falcons lose this game, Kirk Cousins was going to be on the bench. They were going Michael Penix Jr. So, but Jess, do you think Kirk Cousins is now proven and the Atlanta Falcons are real or fake?
This is a tough question. Because I'm still not sure. But they did they did look good in that fourth quarter. I'm not gonna lie. They did look good in that fourth quarter. They held it down, but if Saquon didn't drop the ball, I do feel like they would have lost. So I want to say fake. Because I'm still not sure if Kirk will continue to go from that fourth quarter and on. But I told you about what's the wide receiver name? I told you he was London. I told you his son.
Drake London.
He
Yeah.
got a little. He just needed
But
a quarterback.
Drake London wasn't the one doing something. It was Darnell Mooney that was doing something. Darnell Mooney the one who caught the long pass, and Darnell Mooney had the two clutch catches with Philadelphia playing that prevent type cover two defense.
They had what's his name? They almost had him double teamed. They were worried about London most of the game. I
don't know. I still think Kirk Cousins is fake. I think they got lucky. I agree with Darius Adderley. I think Michael Penix would be started before week 6.
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna go back on that. I'm gonna say he will not. I think Kirkland will finally show y'all that he's that guy.
He's not healthy. You can tell he's not healthy.
Oh, okay.
You can tell he's not comfortable in that pocket. And he's old with an Achilles injury. I keep telling you, I think he's cooked. I don't even think he's cooked. I absolutely believe he's cooked. And the Falcons need to switch to Michael Penix Jr. You can clearly tell. I think he just kind of got lucky. He bought himself 2 or 3 more games. That's exactly what he did. He bought himself 2 or 3 games because everybody's ignoring that he was boo-boo for the first 3 quarters
because when you have a great fourth quarter and you come back and win, it's going to outshadow all the other stuff.
There was one point they was at the goal line. Why are you not? You have a 6'6" Pitts and you have a 6'5" Drake London. Why are you not throwing the fade route to them? Because Kirk Cousins can't do it.
Or maybe because they told him not to.
It's just they need to switch to Michael Penix Jr.
Maybe that wasn't a call.
I think Kirk Cousins is cooked. They shouldn't have gave him all that money. That was the mistake. But hey, congratulations to Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore for giving Kirk Cousins another opportunity. I think he's going to get exposed in the next game again, and it's going to be time to switch to Michael Penix Jr.
Who do they face next? Do you mind telling me? Since you know so much about,
I don't know so much. It's hard.
Since you know he's going to suck so bad the next couple games.
Oh, they got Kansas City. They finna get
I forgot, and I wanted to go to that game.
Drugged.
I wanted to go to that game.
Even though, let me say this. Cincinnati kind of showed Kansas City's defensive backfield is definitely missing Ladarius Sneed. Even though Joe Burrow didn't have Higgins and Jamar Chase is whatever Jamar Chase is going through right now, he was killing them with the tight ends. Yeah. And Kansas City's defensive backfield definitely got exposed. If they're not getting pressure from Chris Jones and them, then you give them time. So I don't know. It might not be a blowout, but Kirk I don't have no faith in Kirk at all.
I understand, but I think they can possibly come out with because you just spoke about that defense of Kansas City. They can possibly beat them because, they never had a tremendous, amazing, like a Chicago Bear defense, Kansas City, but they always had pieces around that can make up for it. And besides Chris Jones, I'm just who else is going to make a big play?
Yeah. No.
Because honestly, Joe Burrow and them just ran out of
Joe
gas.
Burrow had him, and I don't think that last play was a pass interference. It gets kind of tricky because you have defenders that feel like a defensive player should have the same chance as a wide receiver to go for the ball. But I mean, he got there too early. It's pass interference. There was a couple of questionable calls. I think they were holding. First of all, that's another thing we got to talk about Kansas City, and then we'll move on to the next scene. They're gonna have to figure out their tackle situation because Trey Hendricks was out there feasting. I tell you, on the left tackle for Kansas City. Feasting and got away. He was getting held a lot of times. And so it's not perfect for Kansas City.
They just signed, and Pacheco is also injured too. He's going to be out.
Yeah,
they just signed Kareem Hunt, right?
Yeah, what that mean?
I'm just saying they try to replace him.
Okay.
A lot you say that, and then like with Kansas City, they start to turn up. But
so Jim Harbaugh, with a running style, doesn't have Herbert throw the ball at all. Has the Los Angeles Chargers at 2-0, also coming from college and everything like that. So, Jess, what do you think? The Chargers, are they real or fake?
Man, I didn't think about this. I want to say real, because I'm one of the people that actually believe in Justin Herbert. I know a lot of people don't, and they feel like he's a bust. I don't think he's a bust. Y'all be out here bugging. But I don't think he's a bust, because y'all expect people to win Super Bowls in
look here. First of all,
second year, and I'm just
Justin Herbert and Trevor
happen.
Lawrence. Justin Herbert and Trevor Lawrence better be glad they white, because if they were black, we'd have been done cut them off.
But you're trying to get us in trouble.
That's all I'm saying. Better be glad they won. That's all I can say. And Trevor Lawrence has been mediocre. Justin Herbert hasn't done nothing, and we still put them as top 10 quarterbacks of all in the league right now. Thank God.
You got a point. I'm not good. You definitely got a point. You definitely got a point. But I'm gonna say real. They looked good. Even though I honestly thought they would have a losing, which they still could have a losing season. Like I said, it's only 2 games. Because losing Keenan Allen, I think was obviously was a big deal, and I don't even think they have anyone that's like a legit like who's he throwing to that's like his number 1 receiver? It's someone.
He's been throwing to Quentin Brickhand Johnson, who actually started to catch the ball. Their former first round pick. He caught a couple touchdown passes. They also got Hunting Henry, the tight end.
Okay, cool. So they have no one. Okay, cool. So they could still have a losing season. With that being said,
they got Ladd from Georgia.
I'm gonna say fake. I'm gonna change it to fake. I don't think. I don't know. I can never say his name.
Jim Harbaugh.
Harbaugh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big No, they're good coaches. Anyway, I think they're fake. Go ahead.
Well, I think the Chargers are fake. They beat the freaking Panthers, who are just a mess.
You need to stop doing that to these Panthers. Every time someone face you, be like, well, they would against the Panthers.
Here. The Panthers are selling their tickets for a hot dog combo. Like, that's how trash the Panthers are. So anybody play the Panthers, that's basically, they're going back to Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton. Man, get out of here with the Panthers. That's basically a buy for anybody who plays them.
And in the first 2 years of Andy Dalton's career, I don't know why you're acting like
how long ago was that? How long ago was that?
About 10 years, but still, y'all were saying he was legit.
And then they beat the Raiders, which I think that was the first game of the Raiders. And Raiders, we still don't know what they are, but Chargers are fake.
Really don't know what they are.
Just Justin Herbert, I just don't see it. And Jim Harbaugh is just gonna have him hand the ball to the left, hand the ball to the right. Because that's Jim Harbaugh's offense. He's going to run that football. So I don't see it.
With Justin Herbert, it's the potential. I know we got to lay off the potential for people, but I'm
just how long have we been talking about his potential?
I know, but
how long?
He only been in the league for 4 years, right?
Oh my!
You act like he been in the league for 10. He been in the league for 4 years.
Justin Herbert ain't showed me nothing. He ain't showed me anything.
I don't know.
He ain't showed me nothing. So we're both going with fake. Yeah, last one, we're going with my Pittsburgh Steelers that are 2-0 with Justin Fields at QB. Jess, what you think, they real or fake?
I'm going to say real just so you can be mad, or you might come to your senses because you like Justin now. You're turning up on, even though you was all boo, because he went against the sorry Falcons. That was those are your words. And then you was like, oh, Justin look great. You switched up because that's what you do. You be switching up. So
I won't say
now
I switch. I'll say it like this: they're real for now because the division don't look as strong as we thought it was going to be.
It's
And the
only 2
defense.
games.
But I know Cincinnati looks kind of like a mess. They're 0-2. Baltimore is 0-2. And the Browns are 1-1. So, I mean, that's why I kind of think the defense is going to do it. Justin Fields, I'm going to keep it real. I mean, he wasn't great, but he wasn't bad. He's doing better than Caleb Williams. That's another conversation to talk about. But Justin, I think still give us the best chance. I don't believe Russell Wilson should get the position back. I think he should go with Justin Fields.
Stop talking about Russell. He hasn't played. Let's wait till Russell come in. Russell come in, and then you can talk about him. Right now, talk about Justin. Russell has not bothered you all year.
The Steelers, for right now, are real, but we'll see. Like I said, we gotta hope TJ Watt don't get hurt, but TJ Watt's having an amazing year. So
he has an amazing year every year, and y'all still be acting like he not like that.
TJ Watt. I said he's like that. I just said I take Myles Garrett over him. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. This is a Steelers fan. This is the Steelers fan admitting that Myles Garrett to me is better. Give me Myles Garrett over TJ Watt.
That is not, but that's not a stretch though.
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm not hating. So
he can dunk. All right. He can play all multiple positions. Did I say real? I said real, right? Yeah, I think I said real.
You said real. Mm-hmm. So next we have relax or panic. So is it time for some of these teams to relax?
RELAX.
Or is it time to panic? All right. So first starting off is those choking artists from yesterday, a drop ball. You was happy that he dropped that pass.
I know, but I forgot how much you be hating on Kirkland, and he don't be bothering no one. He just go to church and love his wife, and you just be out here mad at him. But is it time to
give it? You'll put Kirk Cousins in the Hall of Fame. Give your vote. You'll put him in the Hall of Fame.
Now, see, you putting words in my mouth. I've never said that. But if he wins the championship, hypothetically, if he wins the Super Bowl for the Falcons, he's automatically put in the Hall of Fame, no matter what.
RELAX.
Relax with that you're saying right now. Right now. Relax.
No, it's hilarious for real. Now you gonna have such a great time with this. Every time I say something,
relax. Look, Philadelphia Eagles, after choking that lead away from Atlanta and not really looking good in the first game. What do you think? Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles need to relax or panic?
I'm gonna say relax.
Okay.
I'm gonna say relax because Jalen looked good, and I don't think Saquon's going to be dropping as many. He's not a ball dropper, so I don't think he's going to be dropping a whole ton of balls later on. So I think we should just relax, and Atlanta just stole one, but it'd be okay. And Jalen looked better than he did last year already. He looks healthy. He's doing the whole running, and he looked confident and everything. And especially once they get A.J. Brown back, they'll definitely start. Remember, A.J. Brown didn't play last night. So if A.J. Brown plays, whenever he comes back, I believe they're going to be hitting their stride. So I'll say relax.
RELAX.
Well, Philadelphia Eagles, if y'all want my answer, here's your answer right now.
Such a hater.
Panic. Look here. You have A.J. Brown dealing with a hamstring injury already. That could be an issue that can nag through the season. Jalen Hurts still does not give me confidence as a pocket passer. He still doesn't.
Okay, fine, but he still looked confident last night.
And then you better learn from Tua. Stop lowering your head and your shoulder. I understand you squat 900 pounds, but that doesn't mean you should be out over here trying to run over 240-pound, 50-pound linebackers. Jalen Hurts, they're not going to repeat anytime soon. Jalen Hurts,
Repeat
look,
what?
they're not going to repeat in the Super Bowl. I don't think they're going back. I think they have missed their
They
window.
didn't go last
I,
year.
I I just don't. That's what I'm saying. They're not going to go back from 2 years ago. I think it's over. They've missed their window. That time they had their chance. They had their chance
I
against
don't
Kansas
think
City.
so. You bugging.
I don't think Jalen Hurts is the Super Bowl caliber quarterback. I just don't think he is.
Now,
I
when he
like the
played in the
dude.
Super
He's a
Bowl,
he's a great dude. He's a great guy. But teams has figured him out a little bit,
okay,
and
that
I'm
might
not
be true.
sold.
That might be
I'm
true.
not sold. I'm not sold with his arm. I'm
I think
definitely
they
not
can get
sold.
back. I think they can get back. I'm not talking about this. It don't got to be this year, but I believe one day they'll get back. So
We'll
I think
see.
you should relax. Next.
All right. Next is the other
Panic.
their division
Panic.
rental, the
Panic.
Dallas Cowboys. Just say panic to the Dallas Cowboys.
I
Watching the
just
Dallas
can't stand
Cowboys
them,
panic.
so whatever. I just no. Well, I still think they're gonna win their. Yeah, I still think they're gonna win their division. So, but
Over Philly?
after all that trash you just talking about Philly, yes, I
I'm
think
asking you. You don't want to love Philly.
Don't say love. Okay, I just respect. You don't. I respect them. You don't respect them. But look, no. Okay, fine. Dallas is still gonna have a winning season. How about that? And then I think it was just a lapse in judgment of the Saints. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just messing with. I just like to say panic to mess with Dallas Cowboy fans because they get on my nerves. But I already know what you're gonna say. But no, I do think the fact that they didn't play up to par against the Saints is panic mode. That's why I did say panic, because they had no business losing to them, and they're way better football team, and they lost at home, which was shocking. I was very shocked.
Not
and,
lost at home, got
and
dragged at home.
especially in the first half. It was so bad in the first half. It didn't even matter what happened in the second half because obviously they scored another touchdown or two maybe, but it was still 44-19. So it wasn't a good game for them at all. Micah Parsons and that defense should be ashamed. So that's why I say panic, because if they continue to play like that against any other team, it's not going to look good. And I mean any other team. It could even be the Falcons. The Falcons might drag them too because they have firepower, like maybe
No, you are actually speaking facts, because the thing that the Falcons can do is run the ball. The things the Dallas Cowboys can't do is stop the run, and we saw that with the New Orleans Saints. And that's why I say it's time. It's time for them to panic. It's time for them to panic, because this was the issue last year, and apparently you haven't fixed it. So if you didn't fix it last year, and it's still the problem this year, it's going to continue being the problem. And another thing is they don't really have no stronger offensive weapons besides CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb had his big catch, but that was it. Dak, where you at? You made all this money. Where you at?
Honestly, they didn't lose because I can't even blame him. It was really the defense was really bad. There's no reason.
I mean, they were getting
ran
pushed.
It up.
They were getting pushed. But Dak, you're gonna have to do your part. You're gonna have to do your part. You got to get some other receivers in the game. I think it's time for Dallas to panic, because you're not going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles at NFC if you can't stop the run. You're not going to stop the Atlanta Falcons. We saw what the New Orleans Saints going to do to you. Like, you're not going to stop. San Francisco? You think you're going to stop the San Francisco 49ers if you can't stop the run? No. You're finna get dragged. Like what happened with the Saints. It's time for them to panic. I see them get into the playoffs and then run into a team that's going to run down their throat, and they're going to run down their throat, and it's going to be another disappointing season, and Jerry going to be out here trying to fire everybody.
Well, if Christian McCaffrey continue not to play, they may not run the ball.
They don't. Do you see what Mason did? Mason had another 100-yard game. Here's the thing y'all got to understand. That man's name is Kyle Shanahan, son of Mike Shanahan, who ran an offense that you basically got a running back off the freaking street and they would rush for 1,000 yards. Think about it. Clinton Portis, Orlandis Gary, Mike Anderson. Like, you literally could pick someone off the street and you're going to run. Kyle Shanahan has that same type of offense. He will. It doesn't matter who he has at running back. The reason why Christian McCaffrey did so good, because that was the first time he had a supercharged superstar running back, but it doesn't Matt, he did well with Devontae Freeman at the Falcons.
Yeah.
So if the Cowboys can't stop the run, it's a wrap. They're going to get people going to run down their throat, especially once it gets colder. People going to run down them. Cowboys better panic. I don't know what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to find a way to beef it up because they're a little soft in the you know what, and people going to expose that when it comes playoff time.
I mean, that's what usually happens. But yeah, I do say panic. Like I said, I do say panic. I mean, you're right. I just hope. Well, I don't really hope. I would think that they would start running the ball a little bit more, but I guess maybe Ezekiel Elliott is officially washed. I think I'm going to have to admit that. No, because
You
I've been
thought
trying to give him chances because I really feel like it was
Fat Zeke?
he's not even that fat. He's not even that fat this year.
Zeke
He lost
fat.
weight. And then who's the other running back?
Who? I don't. Oh,
Yeah,
Deuce Vaughn because Tony Pollard at Tennessee. So
yeah. So and they should have kept him because he was doing well for them. So
that's for
he
too much.
wanted more money. Oh, Jerry don't like to pay.
This time.
Okay, we agree. Both start to pay.
All right. Next is the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions have been looking kind of shaky. They lost their last game. The team they play is losing my head right now. Even though Aiden Hutchinson had 4.5
I think it was the Bucks.
It was the Bucks. Excuse me. Yeah, Baker.
Oh,
so, Jess, is it time for relax or panic time for the Detroit Lions?
I think it's relax.
RELAX.
Yeah, I think that'd be fine. I think it was just the Bucks we talked about. They're a sleeper. They can beat almost any team because they do have significant weapons and they're pretty good defensively. So it's not shocking that they, won. Now, won the way they won, yeah. And we all expected Detroit to win and everything. But I think it's time to put Baker in the top 10 quarterbacks. I know we like you mentioned Taylor, Lawrence, and I know you want to make a face, but I'm just saying he's been playing better than Lawrence. He's been playing better than Justin Herbert.
That don't mean nothing.
But I'm saying we have them. Most people have them in their top 10. Maybe we need to start thinking about Baker and swallow our pride and realize Baker has been, especially even last year. He played well last year. We didn't expect him to play well, and he's looking like he's. It's just 2 games, but it's looking like he's on that course. So I'm just saying,
Baker was 12 for 19 at 185 yards and a touchdown.
I'm just saying that's efficient. That's efficient. That's not bad. I'm just saying, especially if he makes a Pro Bowl, I think it's time to put him in the top 10 quarterbacks.
Pro Bowl don't mean nothing.
Okay, here we go. Okay, fine. If he makes the playoffs again for a second time, we don't expect him to. I think it's time to put him in the top 10.
Just about to put Baker Mayfield in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, see, now you just went too far.
There you go. You better put him out. I don't think it's time to panic for Detroit quite yet. I think they can right the ship, but I do think it's time to panic about Jared Goff. Jared Goff has not been looking good. And
it's just 2 games. Y'all be getting me with these 2 games.
Jared Goff just don't look good. And it's time to understand it and see, do y'all think Jared Goff can lead you to the Super Bowl? We got to look at it. He led the Rams to the Super Bowl. They lost. They went and got Matthew Stafford. They won the very next year without you. So I don't think it's quite time to panic. And then, to me, they're not giving the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs enough. I don't know. They haven't found out how to quite use him quite yet, but they need to get Jahmyr Gibbs the ball more. But I don't think it's time to panic yet. I think it's time to relax. The division is still able to take. Green Bay is missing Jordan Love with him being hurt, even though they won with Malik Willis. Minnesota's 2-0, but it's Sam Darnold. The choke can happen at any time. So, I mean, I don't think it's time to panic quite yet. And I still think Detroit's going to win the division.
Yeah, like I said, I that's why I said we should just relax. I mean, Bucks don't suck, as we know. Mike Evans been consistent his whole career, makes magic happen. Baker's been playing better than we ever expected him to play last season and this season. And their defense is pretty good. Their coach is, their coach, I forgot his name, but he was in the talks for coach of the year last year, I remember. Because no one expected him to be that good or decent enough to be in that position. So, and I think I forgot their running back's name, but their running back is pretty good.
Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah, he's pretty. I mean, he does well for them. I'm not saying he's elite.
They don't give him the ball enough. They don't give him the ball enough.
Yeah, but every time I see him, I mean, he's doing all right. I mean, so I think they should, give him the ball a little bit more. But yeah, they're pretty solid. So I think I think Detroit just gonna get themselves together and realize because they're pretty stacked all around. Defense pretty good. Jared Goff played. Did he win comeback player of the year last year? I think he did.
No, that was
who did?
Oh boy!
But I know he was in the running.
They died from the heart attack. They died from the heart attack and then came back. He won last year over Joe Flacco. No, yeah, Damar Hamlin. He won over Joe Flacco.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But I knew he was in the running because people were saying that they didn't expect him to play that good with the Lions. So, but okay. Yeah. So Detroit
line. Detroit.
RELAX.
Relax. All right. Next, the Baltimore Ravens start off 0-2.
Mm-hmm.
They had two very tough games. Lamar has been kind of inconsistent, and they can't seem to figure out to do with Derrick Henry. So, Jess, what you think? Relax or panic time for the Baltimore Ravens?
I want to say panic. I'm gonna say panic to be safe because they're looking a little rough. But I do think they're gonna eventually turn it around. I wouldn't be shocked if they go on a 4-game win streak. But from how they've been looking is panic. They haven't been looking together. They haven't been looking on like the chemistry looks bad. Their defense don't look that good. I mean, the Harbaugh, yeah, him. He's looking, he might be on the chopping block if they start losing for real. If I think, because I know that he's been winning, but he's never got over the hump with Lamar. So they're going to be looking at other people let's just say if they have a not so good season. But I'm gonna say panic.
I still think it's time to relax as a Ravens fan for right now. They haven't quite figured out how to mix Lamar and Derrick Henry quite yet, but I think that just takes time. Lamar has to play a little bit better, but Lamar's wide receivers have to play better. Zay Flowers has to play better. Rasheed Bateman has to play better. They got y'all for a reason. It's time for y'all to play better. And Lamar, like I said, Lamar, you have no more excuses. You have 2 MVPs. You've been choking in the playoffs. It's time for you to now hit the next step. I don't think it's panic time quite yet. They're still trying to figure out the balance. They easily could have won the first game if Lamar threw the ball better against Kansas City, and they easily could have won the second game. So I don't think it's panic time quite yet, but I think Baltimore definitely needs to step it up because, as you can see, Pittsburgh is 2-0. Cleveland is 1-1. You can't give them chances and opportunity. So, but I say relax.
But they still looking a little. The reason why I said panic also is because, in those moments when they could have taken over, it looks like they went on a complete, down. I don't want to say downward spiral, but they look like they were out of sorts. It just didn't look like how they looked last year, and they pretty much have the same team as last year, don't they? So besides Odell Beckham going to Miami, I think,
and Derrick Henry,
who is an added great piece. I mean, that's a great piece to have. They probably should give him the ball a little bit more because they don't give it. They haven't been giving him the ball a ton, but I know Lamar is Lamar. So, but I still think right now I would panic just a little bit, but I do think it's going to be turned around. So,
all right. So we agree and relax or panic. You saying relax?
No.
You said panic. You said panic.
Yeah, you said.
Next is the San Francisco 49ers as they were upset by the Minnesota Vikings. Brock Purdy has not been looking too good. Now Deebo Samuel is injured, and with Christian McCaffrey now being out, is it now time for the San Francisco 49ers to relax or panic?
Oh, for them, I definitely would say a quick panic.
Double quick panic. That
Are you
was a double
agreeing?
quick pick.
Were you agreeing or no? Oh, because you did double.
I no. I absolutely do agree. It is time for them to low key kind of panic. Brock Purdy
Brock
not
Purdy
looking
didn't look
good.
good. Christian
Debo
McCaffrey's out.
injured.
Debo's out.
McCaffrey's out. Like
Um, Brandon
it's
got his
just not
phone,
looking.
but he's
They
looking.
getting burned 97 yards on a dive. They got Sam Darnold looking good. Like, I don't know. The 49ers, everybody's having expectation for them, but if Brock Purdy doesn't look good, the 49ers are in trouble. Point
Yeah.
blank.
But Kyle Shanahan, I think he will turn it around. But as of right now, if you ask me right now, I just feel like it's panic mode because you don't want to go down 0-3, 0-4. Like, it's going to be tough. So that's why I say panic. And their defense, their great defense, don't look too good. So
So next is the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals. Is it time to relax or panic?
okay, this one isn't as quick. I'm gonna say relax on them.
Okay.
RELAX.
Okay.
Sure. X. Yes. I think people should panic. I'm sorry, should relax. Excuse me. I think people should relax. I think Joe, the only reason why I say that is because I still think Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, even though Jamar looks like he's been in his feelings recently. And I understand why he's been in his feelings recently. But it can go into panic. But I'm gonna say relax. I think he's gonna since he know he need to get paid. I personally feel like he's going to play up to par and play better. And I think even though it's not all the way his fault because Joe Burrow's been looking kind of not all the way great. I feel like he's looking midway there. I'm just saying he don't look like the Joe Burrow of that we know all the way. I think he's still has a little ways to go, but that's because of the injury. He had a big injury last year, so I think because of that, and then Higgins being out, I know Higgins is going to eventually come back, so that's another piece. So yeah, I just really feel like we just need to relax a little bit, and I feel like in the next couple games they'll get it together.
Cincinnati, it's time to sound the alarm. It's time to panic, baby. It's time to panic. Let me tell you why. Joe Burrow, he did look better in game 2. He looked bad in game 1. You got T. Higgins with the hamstring injury. Seems like when your bank account,
don't do that.
when your bank account's a little bit better, but the hamstring might get a little bit better. And the Jamar Chase is just falling apart. That whole meltdown he had where they had to hold him back for what? We don't know. Like, the guy did nothing wrong. Just seemed like Jamar just wanted to be mad. And it just seemed like one of these situations where when I ain't getting my money, I'm just mad. Everything making me mad. I went to work today. They gave me scrambled eggs instead of poached eggs. I'm mad. I had ice water instead of lemon water. I'm mad. Like, that's how Jamar Chase is right now. Everything's making him mad. You see him and Joe Burrow get into it. And this is, I'm telling you right now, I'm not calling it right now, but I'm telling you right now, if Cincinnati does not right this ship, this is going to be a disastrous season. We're talking like 3-16. 3-15. It's so many freaking
gosh, it's not gonna be that bad.
I'm just saying it's not going to be that bad yet, but it's just that time where the whole thing can fall apart
for the long run. I do think for the long run it can't.
And if it does fall apart, Zach Taylor, there's no way he survives that. They're going to fire him. They're going to fire and hire a new coach. And I think T. Higgins will be gone. Or they might get rid of Jamar Chase because they might not like his antics, but we'll see. But Cincinnati sound alarm. It's time to panic, baby. All right. And our final one is really a two-parter too. It's the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. So I won't say, is it time for Chicago Bears to panic? Is it time for them to really panic about Caleb Williams? What do you think?
No, they should relax on Caleb. He's a rookie, only his second game. He didn't play. Honestly, he hasn't looked great, but I've seen worse numbers from. I mean, Bryce Young had worse numbers last year, in his first couple games. So, no, and the Bears are in a better position than like the Panthers were last year. They have great pieces around him and a pretty good defense. So I think. They should. I think y'all need to relax on him. They'll be fine. I'm not saying they'll make the playoffs, but I am saying they'll get better. So, no, I think it's think they should just relax on him.
I agree. I think they should relax on him because, like you said, he is a rookie. I think he's pressing a lot. I think he's trying to do too much, and maybe because for years and years, excuse me, sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. I think it's because he always been the man that had to lead. He doesn't understand that he doesn't need to do all that. Also, I think he's finding out that the NFL is different. Like, this is varsity, baby. This ain't JV no more. Like, you facing the best. But I think they can relax on him a little bit. He got to get familiar with his receivers. Aduzi's been hurt. Keenan's been kind of in and out. DJ Moore's been kind of inconsistent. O-line is looking terrible. They need an O-line. Caleb Williams is running for his life. I mean, you're looking like Justin Fields, and it looks like the problem is you can give him weapons all you want, but if you ain't got no hog mollies, you're going to be out there running for your life.
I mean, that's common sense. They should know that.
Yeah.
I mean,
so I don't know, but we'll tell the Chicago Bears right now to
RELAX.
Yeah,
I
think that's good. They need to relax. So.
Just relax. So, Jess, you want to wrap it up? Anything else? Any other team? You want to talk about your Giants? Huh? You want to talk about your Giants?
I don't watch Giants games. I don't watch games.
Already waiting for that Knicks season. Already waiting for the New Year Knicks season.
I've been watching my Yankees. I've been watching my Knicks.
Yankees.
The Knicks. I've been looking at a lot of Jalen Brunson highlights.
Watching the Liberty too. Huh?
Oh, the Liberty looks great. I think can't wait to go to the parade. Taking it all the way. So
no Daniel Jones and the Giants. So you don't want to talk about how they lost the game, scoring touchdowns, and the other team didn't score, and somehow they still lost. Huh? You don't want to talk about that?
I actually do not. I would like my sanity to be.
There was a good point. There was a good point. Malik Neighbors look good. Malik Neighbors already seems like he's frustrated, but he looked good. So, I mean, there's a positive. So,
being frustrated is just part of the life when you're with it. But maybe, hopefully, we get, Shador in New York does sound kind of good. It does sound good. You can see him in that New York in that big blue. He has the personality for the Giants. For sure. It'll look good. It'll look good. I'm not saying we'll win, but it'll look good for sure. But
all right, so to wrap it up,
whoa. Arch Manning. Let's talk.
Oh God. Oh, get off my ring with this Arch Manning.
Hook him. Yeah, I see him. Quinn who? Quinn who? Cam Ward who?
Hold on. Too far.
I just want to say Arch looking great. Heisman.
RELAX.
You know what? Relax.
Don't get
Let him play.
It looks great.
How about do something against not somebody called the University of Texas of San Antonio? They just created this school 5 years ago. Like, come on now. Like, let's be serious. Once again.
So they go hating on the schools. Okay. But they're the number one team now. They're the number one team now. I just want to let you know they're the number one team now, y'all. So
they ain't gonna win it. Miami. It's all year. So our anxiety quote for today is: your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking, which is basically don't worry about what people think about you. We can be a prisoner of that. Be your own self, be your own individual, your own person. Remember that. Like Jess, go ahead and keep cheering for them New York Giants.
I will. Greatness precedes us. But anywho, I want y'all to, as we go away, I want y'all to take a look at this beautiful scripture from Matthew chapter 5, verse 9. And take a look as we peace out of here. So.
Yep, and Jess, we are going to get ready to go. So it's going to be okay.
Okay,
Soon the Giants will be good one year.
Can you please? Because you know what, when Russell Wilson, that's why when Russell Wilson come back, y'all going to do better. And I'm going to be like, haha, because greatness precedes him too. So that's
the end of the At the Buzzer Sports Show. We are live 8 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. You can also catch us on your favorite podcast platform. When you and catch the episode, please like us, share us, please comment, let us know, and we will see y'all Thursday.
Deuces. Jamal Manu, Crawford, is he
I
on?
Manu,
Ginobili,
I
or
think
Lou
he is.
Williams.
Manu's
Manu's Hall of
Manu's
Famer.
in. Tony,
One gotta go.
Um,
Tony shouldn't make it.
Tony,
That's
he
tough.
will be. I bet you he will be.
That's tough.
Lou gotta go. His teams were just